Raiders fans, we need to talk. The Las Vegas Raiders' long-awaited win over the Jacksonville Jaguars has done more than just end their 10-game losing streak. It's reshaped the entire conversation about the upcoming NFL draft. Could this victory cost them Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward? Or is it opening up new and exciting possibilities for the team's future? Imagine this. A franchise-altering decision is now in the hands of Raiders GM Tom Telesco. With the team slipping out of the top 5 draft picks, the strategy is no longer clear-cut. Trade up, trade back, or target the best available talent. One thing's for sure, the stakes couldn't be higher for Las Vegas. Stick around as we dive deep into this story, uncover the latest Raiders news, and break down what this win really means for the team's future. Before we get started, don't forget to smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit that subscribe button as we push toward our 2K subscriber goal. Let's make this the go-to channel for every Raiders fan out there. The heartbeat of Raider Nation. The Raiders are more than just a football team. They're a legacy. This section sets the stage by diving into what makes the fan base so passionate and how the team's recent struggles have united them in hope and determination. Breaking the streak. Explore the drama of the Jaguars game, the pivotal moments that led to the Raiders' victory, and how the win has reignited hope across Raider Nation. Draft dreams on the line. Dive into the consequences of falling out of the top 5 draft picks, the potential impact on securing Shedeur Sanders, and what this means for the team's future direction. A world of possibilities. Break down the alternate strategies. Trading up, trading back, or selecting the best player available. Discuss how each option could shape the Raiders' roster and long-term success. The stakes are high. Highlight the risks of getting the draft wrong, especially after years of first-round missteps. What's at stake for the Raiders organization, and how does this draft affect their path forward? Fan reactions and predictions. Engage with fan opinions, predictions, and debates about the team's draft strategy. Include a call for viewers to share their thoughts in the comments. Wrap up with a powerful conclusion that challenges fans to stay connected and grow the community. Encourage likes, comments, and subscriptions while teasing the next big Raiders update. A critical update for Raider Nation. Fresh off a 19-14 victory against the Jaguars, the Las Vegas Raiders are gearing up for an exciting showdown with the New Orleans Saints. But here's the catch: the latest injury report has shaken up the roster with some big names potentially out for Week 17. How will this impact the Raiders' playoff hopes and their strategy on the field? So, what do you think? Are the Raiders ready for the Saints? Drop your comments below and stay tuned for all the details. Setting the stage. The Las Vegas Raiders are riding high after a hard-fought victory against the Jacksonville Jaguars. With their sights now set on the New Orleans Saints, the stakes couldn't be higher. The team's injury report, released this past Thursday, offers a mix of challenges and opportunities that could shape their performance in Week 17. This is where the heart of the story lies. Guards Jackson Powers-Johnson and Jordan Meredith, 2 linchpins of the Raiders' interior, are dealing with injuries. Powers-Johnson, a rookie sensation, has become a cornerstone of the team's offensive line. Meanwhile, Meredith's unexpected rise has added much-needed depth and stability. But with their statuses uncertain, the question is, can the Raiders adapt? Meanwhile, the Saints face their own setbacks, with Alvin Kamara's groin injury casting doubt on his availability. On the other hand, Chris Olave returns, adding a dangerous edge to their offense. What's the strategy for the Raiders? How can they overcome these hurdles and maintain their momentum? The injury report breakdown. Every week in the NFL brings its own set of trials, and Week 17 is no exception for the Raiders. The injury report highlights several key players who could significantly impact the game. Jackson Powers-Johnson, who has shown incredible versatility and resilience this season, was limited in practice. His absence would leave a sizable gap in protecting the quarterback and opening up lanes for the run game. Jordan Meredith, another critical player on the interior line, missed practice entirely. Meredith's reliability has been a cornerstone of the team's success, making his absence even more concerning. On the defensive side, the Raiders have seen a resurgence in Clavon Chasen's performance. Acquired earlier this season, Chison has been instrumental in fortifying the team's defensive front. Fully participating in practice, he's a beacon of hope for the Raiders' defense as they prepare to face the Saints' dynamic offense. Meanwhile, rookie running back Dylan Lobby's illness adds another layer of complexity. His absence could force the Raiders to adjust their game plan, relying more heavily on their other offensive weapons. Opportunities and threats. Facing the Saints is never easy, but their current injury woes present a unique opportunity for the Raiders. With Alvin Kamara potentially sidelined, the Saints' ground game could lose its edge. However, the return of Chris Olave ensures their passing game remains a threat. The Raiders' defense, under the guidance of coordinator Patrick Graham, has been exceptional in recent weeks. Allowing only 15 and 14 points in their last 2 games, the unit is hitting its stride. Graham's philosophy rooted in effort, communication, discipline, and turnovers has been key to this success. But can the Raiders maintain this defensive momentum against the Saints? And will their offense rise to the occasion amidst the injuries? Key matchups to watch. This game is packed with intriguing matchups that could decide the outcome. The battle in the trenches will be pivotal, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Powers Johnson and Meredith. If they're unavailable, the Raiders' backup linemen must step up against a formidable Saints defensive front. On the defensive side, Clavon Chison will likely be tasked with applying pressure on Saints quarterback Derek Carr. His ability to disrupt plays could be a game-changer. Similarly, the Raiders' secondary must contend with Chris Olave, whose speed and route running make him a constant threat. Rallying Raider Nation. As the Raiders prepare for this crucial matchup, the stakes couldn't be higher. Every player, coach, and fan has a role to play in this journey. Let's rally behind the team and show our unwavering support. If you're as excited about this game as we are, hit that like button, share this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Help us reach 2K subscribers and keep the Raider Nation spirit alive. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's your prediction for the game? Who will be the standout player? Let's get the conversation going. Stay tuned for more. The story doesn't end here. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and analysis as we continue to cover everything Raiders. With your support, we'll bring you closer to the action and the heart of Raider Nation. Subscribe now and be part of the journey. Eyes on the draft. As we wrap up, here's a sneak peek at what's coming next. Could the Raiders make a bold move in the upcoming draft? We'll dive into potential scenarios, including the prospect of targeting Shedeur Sanders. Stay tuned and don't miss out. Wrap up with a powerful conclusion that challenges fans to stay connected and grow the community. Encourage likes, comments, and subscriptions while teasing the next big Raiders update. Raiders fans, this one's for you. What if the Las Vegas Raiders lost their brightest star? Imagine a future without Max Crosby, the heart and soul of the Raiders defense. This isn't just a nightmare scenario. It's a very real possibility if the team doesn't step up and address its long-standing issues. From inconsistent coaching to roster turnover, Crosby's recent comments reveal a deep frustration with the franchise's inability to build a winning culture. Raiders Nation, are you ready to dive into what's at stake? Let's break it all down and see how this could impact the team's future. But first, a challenge for all you loyal fans out there. Let's hit 2,000 subscribers. Together, we can grow this community and spread the latest and greatest Raiders news. Don't forget to smash that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more updates. Now let's dive in. What do you think the Raiders should do to keep Crosby happy? Let us know in the comments below. Crosby's call for change. Max Crosby, the name synonymous with relentless effort and passion for the Las Vegas Raiders. But even the most devoted players have their limits. In a candid episode of his podcast, The Rush with Max Crosby, the star pass rusher didn't hold back, expressing his exhaustion with years of mediocrity. "I want to win," he declared. His words resonate deeply, not just with fans, but with a team that struggled to find its footing since the early 2000s. Crosby's frustration isn't unfounded. Despite a standout career and a playoff appearance in 2021, the Raiders' inconsistency has taken its toll. From frequent coaching changes to roster shakeups, the team's instability has left its star player questioning the future. And Crosby isn't the only one. Fans have been vocal about their desire for a stable and winning culture. So, what does this mean for the Raiders? Can they rise to the occasion and build a team worthy of their defensive leader? The stakes couldn't be higher. What Crosby wants? Max Crosby isn't just voicing complaints, he's laying down a challenge. His comments echo those of Cleveland Browns star Myles Garrett, who recently spoke about his own team's struggles. For Crosby, it's about more than personal accolades. It's about building a legacy with a team that matches his intensity and commitment. In his podcast, Crosby shared insights into his sacrifices, grueling training schedules, time away from family, and a relentless drive to excel. "I'll put everything into it," he said. "I've earned the right to say something." These aren't the words of a player looking to jump ship, they're a plea for the Raiders to meet him halfway. But what exactly does Crosby want? Stability, a clear vision, and a commitment to winning. It's up to the Raiders' leadership, from owner Mark Davis to general manager Tom Telesco, to step up and deliver. A history of inconsistency, the Raiders' struggles. Since their last Super Bowl appearance in 2002, the Raiders have been a team plagued by inconsistency. Coaching changes, roster turnover, and draft misses have created a cycle of instability that's left fans and players alike frustrated. For Crosby, this pattern has been particularly hard to endure. "It's new coaches every other year," he lamented. "New teammates, new everything." The constant upheaval has made it difficult for the team to build momentum, let alone establish a winning culture. So, how can the Raiders break free from this cycle? It starts with a clear plan. Whether it's drafting a top-tier quarterback or making smart moves in free agency, the team needs a strategy that prioritizes long-term success over short-term fixes. The cost of losing Crosby. Losing Max Crosby would be a devastating blow to the Raiders. As one of the league's premier pass rushers, his impact on the field is undeniable. But his contributions go beyond stats. Crosby's leadership and work ethic set the tone for the entire team. If the Raiders can't convince Crosby that they're serious about winning, they risk losing not just a star player, but the heart of their defense. And the fallout could extend beyond the field, alienating a fan base that's already weary of disappointment. The message is clear. The Raiders need to act, and fast. Whether it's through roster moves, coaching stability, or a renewed commitment to excellence, the team must prove that they're capable of building a contender, building a brighter future. What does the future hold for the Raiders? That's the question on every fan's mind. With the 2024 NFL Draft looming, the team has a golden opportunity to address its needs and set the stage for success. Drafting a quarterback, bolstering the offensive line, and adding depth on defense are just a few of the steps the Raiders can take to turn things around. But it's not just about personnel. The Raiders need a cultural shift, a commitment to stability, accountability, and a winning mentality. For Crosby and his teammates, that's the only path forward. The challenge for Raiders Nation. Max Crosby's plea is a wake-up call for the Las Vegas Raiders. It's a reminder that even the most talented players can only do so much without a strong foundation. But it's also an opportunity, a chance for the team to prove that they're serious about building a winner. Raiders Nation, the ball is in your court too. Let's rally behind Crosby and demand the changes needed to turn this team around. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's hit 2,000 subscribers and keep the conversation going. What do you think the Raiders should do next? Share your thoughts below, and stay tuned for more updates on the new Raiders and all the latest Raiders news.